Good morning. We are gonna do this video, all right, horizontally today. All right. Hope everybody's doing fantastic. Happy Monday. It's another beautiful week starting here with all the new hope and all the good feelings. So this morning we're gonna start. Hi Les, good morning. We're gonna start in a child's pose. So we are horizontally today. Hope that works for everyone. Let me know afterwards. Alright, so we're gonna settle onto the mat. Bring the knees wide onto the mat. Bring your big toes to touch. Drop the hips down. Stretch your arms all the way in front of you. Resting your forehead down to the mat. Stretching the hips back to the heels. Focusing on the slow breath in and out through the nose. Softening the eyelids. Softening the muscles around the face, around the jaw. Just creating a gentle engagement in the core, pulling the belly into the spine, lengthening out from the lower back, but softening the hips down to the mat, softening the shoulders down to the earth. Slowing down the breath, slowing down the mind. If you are familiar with Ujjayi breath, victorious breathing, then start to turn on that beautiful Ujjayi breath, that AJAA sound in the back of the throat. Focus on that. Start to create some heat, some tapas in the body. And gently turn the head from one side to the other. Massage out your third eye. Keeping the focus on your breath, blink your eyes open, rise up all the way into tabletop position, all fours. Point your toes back, pull the belly in, lift up the ribs away from the mat, gaze down in one spot. Start to lift up the right arm up and away from the mat without dropping the front ribs down to the earth. Pulling the belly in, bring the bicep to the ear, and turn your thumb towards the ceiling. Now without losing the engagement in your belly, start to lift the left leg, lifting from the left inner thigh, flex the left foot, and then find more length through the spine, from the back heel all the way to the right fingers. Even if you don't lift the left leg all the way high, just lift it 2 inches away from the mat. I want you to focus more on the length than on the height. Taking a deep inhale, exhale, slowly bring the elbow and knee to touch underneath your body. Good, slowly inhale, come on back to extension, reach, lengthen. Exhale one more time. Pull the knee and the elbow to touch. Inhale, come on back to extension. Bend your back leg, swing the right fingertips back. Capture the foot and start to kick into your palm. Feel that opening through the chest, to the right shoulder. Lifting up from the left shoulder. And then gently release. Come on back onto your hands and knees. And then go over to the other side, starting with the arm. So shift the body weight to the right palm. And lift the left arm up and away from the mat. The first thing what wants to happen here, then your ribs want to fall down to the mat. So pull the ribs back to the center line, engage your core, and soften the left inner shoulder away from the ear. Then slowly, lifting from the right inner thigh, lift the right leg up and away from the mat. And again, instead of focusing on how high you can lift up and create that arch into the back, see if you can create more length through the spine, flexing the back foot. Take a deep inhale. Lift up from the right shoulder. Exhale, bring the elbow and knee to touch underneath you. Move slowly with the breath. Inhale, slowly come back to that extension. Reach, lengthen. Exhale once again. Bring the elbow and knee to touch underneath you. Round it, tuck the chin to the chest. Inhale, come on back to extension. Pause there, bend your back leg. Capture the foot, reach back with the left fingers. Lift up from the right shoulder and start to kick into your left palm. Open through the left shoulder, kick that right heel a little higher. Maybe lift up the chest. And then slowly come on back. All the way, hands and knees. Walk your hands a little more forward. Tuck your toes under and lift your hips high. Find your downward facing dog. Now with the next inhale, come forward into a high plank pose, the top of a push-up. Keep the shoulders over the wrists. Push the earth away. Keeping the feet hip distance apart. Rotating the triceps muscle towards the back of the mat. Slowly press back into a downward facing dog. Now this is your right distance in your downward facing dog. So keep the distance in between the hands and the feet. Rooting down through all 10 fingers, all 10 knuckles on your hands. rotating the triceps down and spinning the biceps to the ceiling. Lift the tailbone higher, pull the belly in, maybe bend both knees. Then come on high onto your tippy toes, roll the heels towards the back right corner of the mat, and stretch out your Achilles, stretch out your heels. Come back to center, roll them all the way to the left side. Pull the belly and push the earth away. Then come back to center, release the heels down to the mat. Walk your feet all the way forward towards your hands, towards your wrists. Keep your feet hip distance apart. Grab onto opposite elbows, find your ragdoll uttanasana. Draw the crown of the head down to the mat. Shift the body a bit more into your toe mounts. Swing the body to right, to left. Loosening in your lower back, in your hips. And bring the hands behind your lower back, in-lock the hands, press the palms, push the fists together, push the heels of the hands together, and let the crown of the head to melt down to the mat even more. So good. Release the hands down to the mat. Keep your feet hip distance apart. Slide your palms up onto your shin and reach the crown of the head forward. Squeeze the shoulder blades together, lengthen through the back of the neck. Shift the body a bit more into your toe mounts and push your shins into your hands. Really engage your core, make that nice flat spine. Exhale, keep all that nice length, and then just drop the crown of the head down to the mat. Come up onto your fingertips, toe heel your feet together, bring the big toes to touch and the heels to touch. Hands onto your hips and slowly rise up all the way to a standing position. Bring your hands to your heart center. Root down through all four corners of your feet. Pull the belly in, engage your thigh muscles. Gently tuck the tailbone under. Roll the shoulders away from the ears. Lengthen through the back of the neck. Inhale, lift up the arms, reach the palms to the ceiling. Exhale, find the baby back bend, goal push the arms open through the chest. Inhale, come back to center. Exhale, fold forward, uttanasana, come on down. Inhale, lift up the chest, halfway lift. Exhale, step back and pause in your high plank pose. Bring your feet together, roll to the outer arch of the right foot and lift the left arm to the sky, Vashisthasana. Modify, of course, if you need that, dropping the bottom knee down. Lift up from the right shoulder, reach the left fingers to the ceiling and stack the left hip on top of the right hip. Focus on your slow, steady breath. And come on back onto your hands, pausing your high plank pose. You can hold it here or slowly go down into your chaturanga. Bend the elbows, squeeze the shoulder blades, keep the lats strong. Push it back into your high plank pose. Feet are together. Roll over to the other side. Reach the right arm to the sky. Open through the chest with the reach of the right arm. Push the earth away with the left palm. Stack the right hip on top of the left. Tuck the tailbone under, lift the hips higher. Come on back to center, pause in your high plank pose, hold your high plank or maybe lower down halfway chaturanga. Push back into your high plank and back into your downward facing dog. You're going to do a little twist in down dog. Walk your feet a little closer to your hands and reach your right arm to the outside of the left leg. Hold it here, maybe gaze forward, shift the body weight over to the left foot and then see if you can pick up your right toes just for a second. Maybe you can hover the right foot over the mat. Maybe you can try, I can try too, to lift the right leg up and away from the mat and balancing on the left foot and left palm. Keeping the bind and slowly release the right leg down to the mat. If you lifted that up, right palm down, reach the left hand to the outside of the right leg. Hold it here, maybe gaze forward to your right thumb. Shift the body weight to the right foot and see if you can lift up the left foot. Maybe just for a second. Maybe hover. Or maybe reach the left leg all the way to the sky. Coming into this two-legged downward facing dog. Good job. And slowly when you're ready, release the left foot down. Release the left palm down to the mat. Come back into your downward facing dog. Walk your hands back towards your feet. Turn the toes out, heels in, and squat down into Malasana, Yogi Squat. Bring the hands to your heart center. If you have a block, and this pose is really, really difficult for you, place a block underneath the sit bones, and sit down onto the block. Push the palms together, lift up the chest, lengthen to the back of the neck, Just gently tuck the chin towards the chest so you can lengthen through the cervical spine as well. Good, then release the hands down to the mat. Toe heel your feet back to parallel, hip distance apart, and walk all the way out into a high plank position, top of a push-up. Bring your elbows down to the mat. Bring the elbows right underneath the shoulders. Bring your wrist aligned with the elbows. Spread the fingers. Pull the belly in. Tuck the tailbone under. Reach your sternum forward. Lift up the thigh bones away from the mat. Lengthen through the spine. Then we're going to push ourselves forward and push it back. Just 5 times. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Good job. Inhale. Slowly belly is engaged. Pull the belly in. Good. 2 more. Exhale. Last one. Exhale. Good job. Release the hips. Release the knees down to the mat. Come on into Sphinx pose. Press the forearms down. Engage your belly. And press the tops of your feet down to the mat. Especially the pinky edge of your feet. You're firmly pressing down to the mat so much that you're lifting the kneecaps away from the mat. Glutes are engaged. And all that helps you to peel your chest more open. Squeeze the shoulder blades together onto your back. Good job. And slowly make your way back into a tabletop position and back into a downward facing dog, hips high to the sky. Good job. Inhale, come forward into a high plank pose. This time, come on down all the way onto your elbows, forearm plank. Once again, bring your feet together. You're going to go into side plank onto a right forearm. Lift the left arm to the ceiling. Stack the left hip on top of the right. Engage your core. Pull the belly in. See if you can lift the hips a little higher away from the mat. Then slowly with control, come on back into that forearm plank pose. Roll all the way to the other side. And lift the right arm to the sky. Push into the left forearm. Stack the hips on top of each other. Flex your feet. See if you can lift the hips a little higher. Keeping your glutes engaged. And slowly with control, come on back into that forearm plank pose. Hold it there. Gaze down in one spot. Spread the fingers. Press the forearm down to the mat. Then gently release the hips. Release the knees down to the mat. Good. Release the chest down to the mat as well. Then bring your fingers behind the ears. Lift up your elbows. Gaze down onto your mat. Press into the pinky edge of your feet. Lift up your kneecaps. And slowly as you inhale, lift up the chest. Squeeze the shoulder blades together. Lift the elbows a little higher. Squeeze those shoulder blades. Come on, keep the back of the neck nice and long. Gaze down at the top of the mat. Lift the elbows a little higher. Bring the shoulder blades closer together. Then bring the arms by your side. Straighten out through the elbows. Lift the chest maybe an inch higher. Then interlock the hands behind your back. Squeeze the shoulder blades together. Lift the fist away from the glutes. Hold the feet down to the mat. Or maybe add on the legs. Lifting the toes away from the mat. Lifting the legs from the shin bones. Spinning the inner thighs to the ceiling. Rolling the outer thighs down. Then slowly lower down all the way. Bring your hands next to your ribs. Point the elbows to the ceiling. Keep your feet hip distance apart for this one. Press into the tops of your feet. Squeeze the shoulder blades. And slowly start to press into your palms as you lift the chest just halfway up. Good. Keep the feet down. Keep the knees down. And slowly come on back down. Good. We're going to go again. Push into those palms. Keep the engagement in the back muscles. Squeeze the shoulder blades open to the chest. And slowly come on back down. So the upward facing dog can be absolutely super intense onto your lower back. So if you feel pain, just don't straighten the arms all the way. Or maybe modify with a cobra pose. That's absolutely fine. But if you feel okay, you can start to press into the palms again. Squeeze the shoulder blades. Maybe straighten the elbows all the way this time. Press into the tops of your feet. Maybe slide your hips a little more forward. Maybe start to lift the gaze to the ceiling. And then slowly glide back into a downward facing dog, hips high to the sky. Taking a deep inhale through the nose. Exhale, let it out. Inhale your right leg halfway up. Reach the right heel back behind you. Flex the right foot. Point the right toes down to the mat. As you exhale, pull the knee to your nose. Round through your upper spine. Tuck the chin to the chest. Inhale, tap the knee down. Exhale, slowly pull back to your chest. Inhale, tap it down. Exhale, slowly pull it back. Inhale, tap. Exhale, slowly pull it back. One more. Inhale, tap. Exhale, slowly pull it back. Hold it there. Step the right leg all the way forward into a low lunge. Good, now come up onto your fingertips. Pull the right hip back. Engage your left leg. Make that left leg so straight. As straight as you can make it. Lifting the left kneecap away from the mat. Lift the belly away from the thighs. And just fly the arms back behind you. Find that nice long energy line through the spine. From the back heel all the way to the crown of the head. Squeeze the shoulder blades together. Start to awaken the muscles around the arm bones. Your tricep and bicep muscles are squeezing towards each other. Your chest is reaching forward. And keep all that length. Just release the left fingertips down to the mat or maybe onto the block. Maybe your palm goes all the way to flat. And twist in your torso. Reach the right arm to the ceiling. Open through the chest. Now roll to the outer arch of the back foot. And then step the right leg back on top of the left and come into this side plank Vashisthasana. Hold it here. Or maybe start to lift the top leg up and away from the bottom leg. And hold for 5, 4, 3, 2. Slowly come on back. Come on back into a high plank pose. Lower down into your chaturanga. Add your back bend. Up dog, maybe cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale your left leg halfway up. Point the left toes down. Keep your left leg strong and straight. Push the earth away. Exhale slowly. Bring your knee to your nose. Tuck the chin to the chest. And then as you inhale, tap the knee down. Exhale slowly, using the core muscles, pull the knee high. Inhale, tap it down. Exhale, slowly pull it up. Your right leg is strong and straight. Tap it down. Exhale, pull it back up. One more. Inhale, tap it down. Exhale, pull it all the way to your chest, gaze forward. Step the left foot in between the palms. Come up onto your fingertips. Pull the left hip back and guide your right hip more forward. You stay onto the tippy toes on the back foot. Your chest is reaching forward. Then keep the left hip hugged into the center line. Lift up the belly and reach the arms back behind you. Turn the palms down. Squeeze the shoulder blades. Turn the thumbs out. Lengthen through the back of the neck. And then see if you can engage the muscles around the right kneecap. Keep reaching forward with the chest, engaging the core, lengthening out from the spine. Then maintain all this length. Release the right fingertips down to the mat. Don't move your hips at all. Twist in your torso and lift the left arm to the sky. So your right fingertips can be down onto the mat. Your right palm can be down onto the mat. Or you're using maybe a block underneath the right palm to help you finding that nice long line in the spine. Good, now stay here. Just roll to the outer arch of the back foot. Then step the left leg back, stack it on top of the right. Reach the left fingers to the sky. Pull the belly in. Push the earth away. And maybe add that top leg if you like. And reach the top arm forward. And hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Slowly come on back. Palm down. High plank. Lower down chaturanga. Keep the chest reaching forward. Inhale your back bend, up dog or cobra. Exhale, back to downward facing dog, hips high to the sky. Come back to that strong, slow breath in and out through the nose. 3 breaths right here. Inhale, gaze forward. Exhale, step or hop to the top of the mat. Inhale, come into a halfway lift or to lift up the chest. Exhale, fold forward, Uttanasana. Inhale, reach the arms all the way to the sky. Hands come back to your heart. Now inhale, lift up the arms to the ceiling. Find a side stretch, reach the right arm down. Left arm all the way up and over. Inhale, come on back to center, to the other side. Left arm down, right arm reaches all the way up and over. Good, come on back to center. Go pose the arms, find a baby back bend here, push the hips forward. Inhale, lift up the arms. Exhale, fold forward, Uttanasana. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana, halfway lift. Exhale, fold forward again. Good, this time come on up into chair pose, Utkatasana. Shift the body weight back to your heels. Drop the body weight back all the way to your heels so your toes can stay nice and light. Lengthen through the back of the neck. Drop the thigh bones deeper. And energize through the fingers. Turn the tricep muscles towards each other slightly. And then see if you can release the inner shoulders away from the ears. Lengthening through the back of the neck. Focusing on your breath. Dropping the thigh bone a little bit deeper. Tucking the tailbone under, feeling the engagement around the hip muscles, around the glutes. Taking a deep inhale, exhale, fly the arms back behind you. Reach the chest forward. Turn the palms down and squeeze the shoulder blades together. Focus on awakening the muscles around the tricep. Good, pull the belly in. Bring the hands behind your back. Interlock the hands, squeeze the shoulder blades, and slowly start to fold forward, coming into a nice forward fold with the chest expansion. Bringing the forehead towards the shin, lengthening through the back of the neck. Good job. Release the hands down to the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant the palms, step, jump back, go through your vinyasa. Make your way back to your downward facing dog. Hips high to the sky. Inhale, your right leg halfway up. Right toes pointing down. Then as you exhale, bring the right knee to the right tricep. Squeeze into that tricep. Hold it there. Maybe add that push-up. Or, I'm going to scooch back a little bit. Or maybe lean into your chaturanga arms and come into your hurdler pose. Good job. Slowly inhale, right leg high to the sky. Exhale, step it all the way through to low lunge. Seal your back heel down to the mat. Pull the right hip back. Make your left leg strong. And inhale, lift up into your warrior one. Spin the left hip forward. Pull the right hip back. Sit down a little bit deeper into your warrior one. Re-engage your back leg. Push the left heel down to the mat. And bring the arms by your side and lean your chest forward. As you do that, can you keep hugging the right hip back to that center line and turn the left hip forward. Lift the left inner knee away from the mat and really feel how you're pressing the outer arch of the left foot down to the mat. Inhale, lift the chest up, warrior one. Exhale, open to the side, warrior two. Drop the right thigh bone a little bit deeper. Point the right knee straight forward and keep your back leg strong. Then pull the belly in, tuck the tailbone under, squeeze the ribs towards each other, then extend the arms away from each other. Keep the fingers aligned with the shoulders. And with each inhale, feel how you're elongating through the spine. And with each exhale, feel how you're dropping the right thigh just a little bit deeper, softening the right inner thigh all the way forward. Then flip your right palm and reverse your warrior. Finding a half bind behind your back, and maybe resting the left fingertips down onto the left leg. Reach your right arm up and over. Good. Exhale, bring the hands down to the mat. Go through a vinyasa. Make your way back into a downward facing dog. Good. Then inhale your left leg high. Just halfway, keeping the line through the spine. Pointing the left toes down to the mat. And as you exhale, pull the left knee to the left tricep and squeeze the knee to the tricep. Just hold it here, that's plenty. It's a lot of work for your shoulders, for your core. If you're willing to do that, maybe try to bend those elbows. And maybe you can bend the elbows so much that you can shift the body a bit more forward, catch your right side wrist, and lean into your chaturanga arms for your hurdler. Good job. Inhale, left leg high to the sky. Exhale, step it all the way through low lunge. Set up the back foot for your warrior one. Seal the back heel down. Hug the left hip in. Now before you're going to lift up your chest, make your back leg strong and really feel the energy in the outer arch of the right foot. Use that energy and your strong core to lift your chest up. Then maybe adjust your feet or widen your stand if you need them. Pull the left hip back, turn the right hip forward, lift up from the waistline. With each inhale, finding a length from the belly button up. With each exhale, allowing the hips, the left thigh bone to sit down a little bit deeper, keeping the engagement in the back leg. Now pull the left hip back, bring the arms by your side, and then slowly start to lean with the chest forward, but constantly focus on your left hip as you're actively pulling it back and turning the right hip forward, keeping that warrior one stand in the lower body. Reach with the chest forward, turn that right hip, pull the left hip back. Inhale, rise back, warrior one. Exhale, open to the side, warrior two. Adjust your feet. So I like to have my stand wider in warrior two than warrior one, because it's an easier work for the hips to open up in warrior two. So you can find a nice wider stand, keep the right leg, your back leg strong and straight, and then turn the left knee forward. You don't have to drop the left knee down all the way to the lowest one to start with. Start a little bit higher. Keep the left knee pointing straight forward. Soften the shoulders away from the ears. Keep the engagement in the back leg. And slowly with every exhale, just soften the left knee forward. Keeping the torso at center line. Keep pulling the belly in. 3 more breaths. There are areas in your body you should keep an engagement in. And also there are areas in your body where you're tensing too much and you shouldn't. So find those areas and soften those areas. Then reverse your warrior, flip the left palm and reach the left arm up and over. Inhale. Exhale, then bend the hands down to the mat. Go through a vinyasa. Step the left foot back. Up dog or cobra. Back downward facing dog. Hips high to the sky. Take a deep inhale through the nose. Exhale, let it out. Inhale your right leg up. This time lift the right leg higher, bend the right knee. Circle the knee around a couple of times, getting a nice opening in your right side hip. And as you exhale, step the right leg all the way next to your right pinky. Come on into a runner's lunge. Keep this runner's lunge nice and active, opening up through the hips. Reach the chest forward. You can stay onto your palms and just find that nice long line from the back leg all the way to the crown of the head. Or if you wish, you can come down onto your forearms for your lizard pose. That could be way too intense. And you can also utilize a block. I wish I would have a block today. I put it somewhere. You can place a block underneath the forearms and then place the forearms onto those blocks if being down onto your forearms are way too much. Deep inhale. And exhale. Good. If you're down onto your forearms, come on back onto your palms. Toe heel your right foot back to center in between the palms. Keep the back heel lifted and inhale, lift up the arms. High crescent lunge. Pull the belly in. Lengthen from the spine. Now make your back leg straight. Lift up the left kneecap away from the mat. Bring the hands by your side and reach the chest forward. Pull the right hip back, turn the left hip forward. Find that nice long line through the whole spine. Good. Now slowly start to shift the body weight forward into the right foot. Bend your right leg, keep the left leg straight. Shift the body weight forward and lift the left leg up and away from the mat. Keep a bend into your standing right leg, but try to straighten out to the lifted left leg. Arms by your side, reach the chest forward. Find that nice long line. Taking a deep inhale, hold it here as you exhale. Now release the hands down to the mat, come on into a standing split, lift the left leg high to the sky. Now you can hold it here in your standing split, maybe wrap your right forearm behind the right calf, pulling your forehead closer to the shin, or maybe you want to go into a little bit of a handstand practice, make your arms nice and strong, and maybe swing the left leg up to the ceiling. Maybe find a wall space. Maybe you need a wall space today, maybe you don't. Good job. And slowly start to bend your right knee, bend your left knee, and bring the left knee behind your right knee. Squeeze them together. You can keep the fingertips down to the mat, or you can bring your hands to your heart center and lift up your chest. Good job. One more standing split. Hands down, left leg high to the sky. And as you exhale, slowly start to pull the left leg through without touching the ground. Coming up into one-legged Tadasana, one-legged mountain pose. Good. Then bring the hands to your heart center. Cross the left leg over the right leg. And then start to send the left knee out to the side as you sit back into your figure four. Dropping the left knee out to the side, stretching your hip. Maybe lean more forward and bring your forearm onto your left shin, keeping the chest long. Maybe your fingers gonna go down to the mat. Maybe you want to bring your hands down to the mat. Hook the left toe to the outside of the right tricep, lean into your chaturanga arms, and lift the right leg high for your flying pigeon. Good job. Slowly rise back all the way into a one-legged Tadasana. Lift up the left leg, lift up the arms, and kick the left leg in front of you. Hold it there. And release the left leg down, hands at your heart center, Samastiti. Inhale the arms to the sky. Exhale, fold forward, Uttanasana. Inhale, or the halfway lift. Exhale, plant the hands down and slowly go through your Vinyasa. Back, downward facing dog. Inhale your left leg high. Bend your knees, stagger the hips. Circle the knee a couple times. Get that nice opening in your hips. Then gaze forward and step your left leg to the outside of your left palm, next to your left pinky. Keep your right leg active. Keep the right knee lifted. Now you can stay onto your palms. Just find that nice opening through the hips, reaching with the chest forward, creating that long energy line from the back here to the crown of the head. Or slowly, you can come down onto your forearms for your lizard pose. Or you have a block. You remember, you can place the block underneath the forearms. Two more breaths. Allow the hips to open up more. Encourage your spine to be longer. And then gently lift you down onto your forearms, coming back onto your palms. Toe heel the left foot back to center, right in between the hands. Keep your back heel lifted. And inhale, rise up into a high crescent lunge, Anjaneyasana. Good, drop the left thigh deeper and make your right leg as long as you can. Feel the energy in the right thigh. Lift up the right kneecap. Then bring the arms by your side and lean forward. As you do that, hug the left hip back to center line and re-engage your back right leg. Lift that right kneecap away from the mat and reach with the sternum forward. Now we're gonna step up into balance. I'm gonna have to step away from the wall. You don't have to do that. Keep the standing left leg straight and straighten out to the lifted right leg. Square your hips, turn the right hip more forward, pull the left hip back and reach the chest forward. Find that nice long energy line through the spine here. Flex the back foot and energize through the right leg. Taking a deep inhale, hands down to the mat. Come on into that standing split. Lift the right leg high to the sky. So this is the moment when you can practice your handstand, or you can practice different variations with your standing split. You can keep the hips square and then lift the leg that way. You can slightly open to the hip. You can even grab your left calf, or you can practice your other side. This is my awkward side for swinging up the legs. And see if you can find a little bit of an air time in your handstand. And then you're ready. Your left leg is still forward. Bend both knees. Bring the right knee behind the left leg. Squeeze them together. You can keep the fingertips down to the mat, or you can lift up the chest. Oops. Squeezing those knees together. Hands at your heart center. Deep inhale. Hold it here as you exhale. And release the hands down to the mat. Come back to second standing split. Lift the right leg high to the sky. Find that nice stretch. Now without touching the ground, with your right leg, rise up all the way into one-legged Tadasana. And then bring the hands to your heart center. Your left leg is strong and straight. Your right knee is bent. Good, then cross the right ankle on top of the left leg. and let your right knee fall out to the right side. Now as you sit down deeper, we tend to send the hips towards the back left corner of the mat. Can you send the hips straight back behind you? Hands at your heart. You can stay right here, softening the right knee away from the body. Maybe come on forward with a flat spine. Maybe those forearms are down onto your right shin. Maybe you're gonna bring the fingertips down to the mat, dropping the hips even deeper. Maybe your hand's gonna come down to the mat, hooking the right toes to the outside of the left arm, leaning to your chaturanga arms, and maybe lift the left leg all the way to the sky. And then slowly with control, come on back down. Lift the right leg back into that one-legged Tadasana. Reach the arms to the sky. Make your left leg strong. Then kick the right heel in front of you and hold it there. For 3, for 2, and 1. Release the right leg. Hands at your heart center, Samastiti. Good job. Close your eyes. Take a deep inhale through the nose. And exhale, let it out, let it go. One more time, deep inhale. Open your mouth, audible exhale. Let it out, let it go. Good job, leave your eyes open. Inhale, chair pose, Utkatasana. Lift up the arms, draw up the thighs nice and deep. Good, then swing the right arm underneath the left arm. Shift the body weight to the left leg. And swing the right leg up and over your left leg. Bring the elbows and knees in one line. Eagle pose, Garudasana. Lean more back. Squeeze the inner thighs together. Tuck the tailbone under. Feel that your psoas muscle is working here as well. The muscle that wraps around the hip. So, lean back more. Lift the forearms. The elbows align with the shoulders. Press the forearms forward. Focus on one spot. Maybe sit down an inch deeper. So good. Now slowly open up from your eagle. Come back into one-legged Tadasana. Place your left hand onto your left hip. And either interlock the hands over the right leg, or keeping the left hand onto your left hip, reach down to the inside of the right foot and grab onto your right big toe. Stay here, or maybe slowly start to kick the right heel in front of you. Kick the right knee bend, keep the right knee bend, or extend it all the way to straight. But can you keep your standing leg solid and strong? Root down to the center of the left heel. Now you either have the toe or you may have the knee. You can guide the knee out to the side or guide the right toe out to the side, open to the hip. Try not to lift the right hip higher than the left. Root down to the left heel, keep the spine long. Then gently guide your right leg back to center. Once again, we're gonna lift up the arms, keep the right leg lifted, hold it here. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release the right leg down, hands at your heart center. Then inhale, come on into chair pose, Utkatasana. Sit down nice and deep into your chair, pull the belly in, grab the left elbow underneath the right, sit down deep, shift the body weight to the right leg, wrap the left leg over the right. Good, now sit down deep, hug the outer hips towards each other, the inner thighs towards each other. Lift up from the waistline, pull the belly in. Bring the elbows aligned with the shoulders. Start to press the forearms more forward. Feel how you're opening the space in between the shoulder blades. Lengthen through the back of the neck. Sit down deeper as you keep the core engaged and focus onto your breath. Deep inhale. Squeeze a little bit deeper as you exhale. And then slowly rise back up. Come on into one-legged Tadasana. You can grab onto your left leg. Right hand onto your hip, or reach down and grab onto your left big toe. Make your standing right leg strong and solid, and then maybe start to kick the left leg in front of you. Now when you do that, try not to lean forward with the upper body. Keep the torso nice and long. The crown of the head is balancing over the right heel. Your right leg is solid and strong. Maybe your left leg goes all the way to straight, maybe you keep it bent. And then you either have the knee, or you have the big toe. Then you're going to bring the left knee out to the side. If you don't have the toe, you have the knee. Flex the left foot so you still feel the energy in that left leg. Pull the belly in. Balance your right side, bring right over the right heel. And maybe you have that big toe and it kicks out to the side. Try not to lift the left hip higher than the right. And guide that left leg back to center. Good job. Release. One-legged Tadasana. Cross. Oh, we done that. All right, never mind. Reach the left leg forward. Reach the arms to the ceiling. Teaching too many classes these days. Lift the left leg a little higher. Hold it there. So good. And slowly release it down. Hands at your heart center. Tadasana mountain pose. Arms by your side. Inhale, lift up the arms to the ceiling. Good. Now we're going to grab onto our left wrist. We're going to keep the feet together. Tuck the tailbone under. Reach to the ceiling. And slowly start to go to the right side as you push the hips to the left. You're going to come back to center. Grab onto your right wrist. Tuck the tailbone under. And slowly start to reach the wrist to the left. Push the hips to the right. Good job. Now come back to center. This time interlock the hands. Press the palms together. Release the index finger. And bring the biceps to your ears. Tuck the tailbone under. Lengthen out from the back. Deep inhale. Exhale. Reach and lengthen all the way to the right side of the room. Lift the chin away from the chest. Create that half moon shape with the body. Deep inhale. And slowly go down. Exhale. Good, and come back to center. Go to the other side. Lift up from the waistline. Tuck the tailbone under. And slowly start to lean over to the left. Push the hips to the right. Lift up from the waistline. Good. Reach and lengthen. Feel the body weight into the right here. Deep inhale. Good job, and come on back to center. Separate your feet hip distance apart. Place your hands onto your lower back. Squeeze the shoulder blades together. Push the hips forward. And allow your chest to lift up as you squeeze the shoulder blades together. Good job. Come back to center. Bring your feet together. Inhale the arms to the sky. Exhale, fold forward, Uttanasana. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana, halfway lift. Exhale, plant the palms. Step back into a high plank pose. Lower down, optional Vinyasa. Make your way back. Downward facing dog. Inhale your right leg high to the sky. Exhale, bring the right knee to the left tricep. Slowly extend the right leg out to the side. Falling star, lift the left arm to the sky. Good, release the left hand down. Inhale, right leg high. Exhale, step it all the way through to low lunge. Good, seal your back here down for your warrior two. And inhale, rise up all the way, warrior two position. Straighten out to the front leg. Pull the right hip back. Triangle Trikonasana. Right hand down, left arm to the sky. Feel all four corners of your right foot as it presses down to the mat. Now your right hand can be down onto your right shin, right ankle, maybe down onto the ground. But try not to sink into your right palm, right fingers, right wrist. Lift the energy up to the left fingers and stack the left shoulder on top of the right. Feel like your back is against a wall. And you still have the connection with the back foot, right? Good. Now you're gonna bend the top arm. That's an internal rotation. Turn the thumb back. Bend the elbow, reach back behind your back. Roll the left shoulder to the ceiling. Now this is the test. How much body weight you put on your right hand. Pull the belly in. And then slowly see if you can lift the right arm up and away from that shin. And reach the right arm even more forward. Really lengthening out from the tailbone all the way to the right pinky. Good, release the right palm down to the mat. Open from that bind. And place the left hand onto your hip. Gaze down. You're going to step up into half moon Ardha Chandrasana. So place the right fingers a foot in front of the right pinky toe. Engage your right outer hip. Your left hand is on your hip. Lean forward. And then slowly start to lift the left leg up and away from the mat as you keep the left leg strong and solid. Flex the back foot. Hug the right hip back into the center line. And maybe as an option, you add in the top arm, the left arm, reaching to the ceiling. Lengthen out from the waistline, pull the belly in. Maybe gaze up to the ceiling, challenge your balance. Deep inhale. Then slowly with control, start to bend your front leg. And step back into a warrior two. Straighten out to the front leg. And then we're going to come parallel our feet. So we're standing in a nice wide stand. Your feet are parallel. If you have any sciatica, any lower back issues, you can turn the toes slightly inward, even more like pigeon toe. Or otherwise keep them parallel. Good. Bring the hands onto your hips, squeeze the shoulder blades together on your back, pull the belly in, and then start to go down with a flat spine. But don't give up on the back muscles. Really squeeze those elbows towards each other. Like I'm coming behind you and pushing those elbows together. Good, and slowly release the crown of the head down towards the mat. Keep squeezing the shoulder blades together. Shifting the body weight more into your toe mounts. Release the hands down to the mat. Come on all the way forward. Now, if your hands are comfortably down onto your mat, you can start to walk your hands back. So the hands gonna end up being aligned with the heels. The heels of the hands gonna come aligned with the heels of the feet. Now, if that's okay, that's happening, you can already bend the elbows, come into your chaturanga arms, coming closer to my mat. So my hand is on the mat. Then place the crown of the head down. Now check onto your alignment. That should be a nice triangle in between the crown of the head and in between your hands. But also, your hands should be shoulder distance apart and your elbows should be right over the wrist. Your elbows should not go out to the side. Good. Now see if you can lift the shoulder blades away from the mat, lengthen to the back of the neck. Good job. That's your prep for your tripod headstand. We're going to practice that next round around. Hands onto your hips, engage your core, slowly lift up the chest. Good, we were here. Alright, so you can turn the right toes forward, warrior two, reverse your warrior, reach the right arm back. Then exhale, lay the hands down to the mat and go through your vinyasa. Up dog and downward facing dog. Good, then lift the left leg up to the ceiling. And then as you exhale, bring the left knee to the right tricep, cross it underneath your body, extend the left leg out to the side, and come into your falling star. Twist your chest to the ceiling, lift the hips higher. Release the right palm down to the mat, lift the left leg high to the sky. Exhale, stepping all the way through the lunge. Set up the back foot, be rising up into warrior two. Inhale. Come up, warrior two. Good, then straighten through the front leg. We're going to come to triangle trikonasana. Pull the left thigh bone back into its socket. Reach with the left arm forward and release the left arm down, the right arm high. Open up your chest like your back is leaning against that wall. Hug the left thigh bone back into its socket and try not to put too much weight into your left fingers, left palm. Instead, reach up to the ceiling to the right fingers and keep re-engaging your back leg, pushing the outer arch of the right foot down to the mat. Then internally rotate the top arm, bend your elbow, reach back behind your back. Roll the right shoulder to the ceiling, and then slowly get light onto your left fingers, reach the left arm all the way forward. Find more length through the entire spine from the tailbone all the way to the left pinky. Good job, release the left palm down, open up, reach the right arm to the sky, then place the right hand onto your hip. You're going to step up into Ardha Chandrasana, half moon pose. So place the left fingers a foot in front of the left pinky toe. Hug the left hip back into the center line, lean forward, and lift up the right leg. Keep the right leg as straight as you can, as solid as you can. Flex the back foot. Now try not to dump all the body weight into your left fingers. Keep the left fingers light, and then reach the right arm to the ceiling, elongate through the spine. Maybe gaze up to the ceiling if that's okay. Challenging your focus, challenging your balance, your mind. Awesome job. And slowly with control, you're going to step back into warrior two. Straighten out through the legs and make your feet parallel. I'm turning back towards you. Alright, so we come on back into that position. First we're going to open through the shoulders, then we're going to try to go up into tripod headstand. Bring the hands behind your lower back, squeeze the shoulder blades together, lift up your chest, and slowly start to go down. Prasarita, Padottanasana C. Squeezing the shoulder blades together, dropping the crown of the head down to the mat. Maybe keeping a bending to the knees, micro bending to the knees, but try to shift the body weight more into your toe mounts. And then slowly, your strong core, rise back all the way to stand. Place your hands onto your hips and start to come down all the way. Now pause halfway. Squeeze the shoulder blades together. Keep reaching the crown of the head forward. The body weight is reaching forward, so your body weight is in your toe mat. So I'm going to turn to the side. So the tendency is to push the hips back. Push the hips more forward, so the heel is going to come aligned with the heels. I know it's harder to hold like that. Then bring the arms out to the side. Then release the left fingertips down and twist, reach the right arm to the sky. But try not to twist in your hips. In fact, lift the left hip a little higher and just reach the right arm to the ceiling. And switch it out. Right hand down, left arm to the sky. Again, try not to twist in your hips. This time lift the right hip a little higher, drop the left hip a little lower. And come on back down. Then start to walk your hands down to your mat. So remember, you want to bring the heels of the hands align with the heels of the feet. Then instead of pushing the hips back, you want to lean more forward, right? Then, you see that triangle, you need to place the crown of the head, the middle part of the crown, down to the mat. Good. Now you find that triangle, you can come onto your tippy toes, onto your feet. Put a little bit of a body weight into the crown of the head. Good. If you have tripod headstand in your practice, start to head up. If you want to practice to get over there or head over there, maybe place the right knee onto your right tricep and then maybe the left knee onto the left tricep. So you're already in that preparation for your tripod headstand. You can start to practice and test your strong foundation in between the palms and the head. And then you can start to practice to lengthen to the back of the neck instead of dumping all the body weight into your head, right? If you go upside down, you can just lean into your chaturanga arms, lifting the legs up, engaging the legs, keeping the legs strong. If you're upside down, split the legs apart. I have a wall on one side. Split the legs apart as far as you can. Then see if you can lower the legs so your heels come first down to the mat. Yes. And then gently come up halfway lift. Inhale. Hands onto your hips. Rise back all the way to stand. Then turn your left leg forward. I'm sorry if you were here. Left leg forward. Bend your knee. Reverse your warrior. Reach it all the way back. And bring the hands down to the mat. Go through your vinyasa. High to low plank. So good. Now inhale your right leg high to the sky. Good. Bring the knee to your nose, round to the upper spine. Step the right leg all the way forward. Drop the left knee down to the mat. Place your hands onto your right knee, drop the hips down. Then inhale, lift the arms to the sky. Open up to the front of the left hip. Drop the right thigh deeper. Exhale, hands down to the mat. Half split pose. Of course, you can go into a full split if you feel like this is good, great for you already. Pulling the right hip back. Lengthen out from the spine. Flex the right foot to the face. Inhale. And exhale, bend your right leg. Shift the body weight forward. Toe heel your right foot to the left edge of the mat. And come on into half pigeon pose. Point the left toes back. Turn the left hip slightly more forward and pull the right hip back. Lift up the chest, deep inhale. Exhale, slowly come down onto your forearms. Maybe your chest comes all the way down to the mat. Move slowly as you go deeper and deeper into the posture. Instead of forcing any poses, you allow the body to open up slowly with the breath. We're using each and every exhale to soften the muscles around the body, to allow the body to slowly open up. But we use the control of the breath, so it's not opening up too fast. We're not forcing the body to go in a certain shape. We're experimenting. How does my body feel today, right now, right here? Not yesterday, not tomorrow, right now, right here. Good job. Come on back onto your palms. Tuck the back toes under. Go to an optional vinyasa. You can even keep that top leg, the right leg lifted, like a three-legged vinyasa. And come on back to your downward facing dog. Good. Inhale. Your left leg high to the sky. Bring the knee to your nose, round to the spine. Step the left leg all the way forward in between the palms. Drop the right knee down. Drop the hips nice and deep. Pull the left hip back. And lift up your chest. Hands on your left knee. Inhale, the arms to the ceiling. Feeling that nice opening throughout the right hip joint. Reach the arms to the ceiling. Release the hands down to the mat. Shift the body weight back. Come on into a half split pose. Pulling the left thigh bone back into its socket. Flexing the left foot. Feeling that nice opening through the hamstrings, through the calf. IT bend. Good job. Then gently reach the chest forward. Rebend the left leg. And toe heel the left foot to the outside, right side of your mat. Coming into your
half pigeon pose on the left side. If this is not a comfortable pose for you, you know that you can always modify. Come on down onto your back for your figure four, or choose a different hip opener. Whatever serves you the most. And sometimes, if it doesn't cause any pain in your body, you just don't like the pose, then maybe this is the pose you should do. See if you can soften the muscles around the hips with every single exhale. In each inhale, you invite more energy into the body, new life into the body, oxygen into the body. And with each and every exhale, you give permission to your mind, to your body, to let go, to relax, to soften. Beautiful. Slowly coming back onto your palms. Tuck the back toes under. And lift the left leg high to the sky. And go to an optional flow. Come on back. Downward facing dog. Hips high to the sky. Release the knees down to the mat. You're going to turn around onto your mat. You're going to lay down all the way onto our backs. And coming into a little back bend. Bridge pose. Heels close to the body. Lift the hips. Arms by your side. Shimmy the shoulder blades closer together, hold it here. Press the outer arm bones down to the mat. Tuck the chin to the chest so the back of the neck is long. And then keep your knees hip distance apart. So utilize the outer hip muscles, the outer glute muscles to lift the hips even higher, tucking the tailbone under. Good job, slowly release it down. Bring the soles of the feet together, let the knees to fall out to the side. Maybe sway from one side to the other, then find stillness at center. Close your knees. Hug the right knee into your right chest. Now lift the right leg to the sky. Slowly pull the right shin towards the face. And then maybe slide your left heel all the way towards the back of the mat. Good. You're either holding onto your right big toe, your right shin, or maybe just on the right knee as you guide your right leg out to the side. So it could be your right big toe, it could be the shin, it could be your right knee bend. But place your left palm onto the top of the left hip to push the left hip down to the mat. Good, then guide your right knee back to center and then bring it all the way to the left side. And you can keep the right leg straight if you want. Grab it onto the outer arch of the right foot. Good job, come back to center. Hug the knees onto your chest, giving yourself a squeeze. Sole of the right foot down onto the mat, left leg is high. And gently pull the left knee towards the face. And maybe extend the right leg all the way forward. Good. And start to assist the left leg out to the side, either the big toe, the knee, the shin, whatever you have. Place the right palm onto your hip, opening up. Good job. Rebend the left knee if it's straight, and then guide it all the way to the right side, or maybe keeping the left leg straight, grab it onto the outer arch of the left foot, twist and turn. Nice work. Gently come back to center, hug the knees onto your chest, give yourself a squeeze, a hug. Wrap the forearms around the shins, lift up the forehead to the knees, and gently release, come on down onto your back for your final Shavasana. Just a couple breaths here in our Shavasana. Focusing onto the breath, giving the permission of yourself, giving the permission for your body to stay still. If there is any other area in your body that you feel a little tight, just guide your breath towards that area with the next exhalation. See if you can soften, let go. Now, wherever you are, just take a deep inhale in through the nose. Feel out the whole body, hold it at the very top. And as you exhale, slowly and gently side out, let it go. Relax the body, relax the mind. Soften everything down to the mat. Soften the muscles around the jaw, around the face, around the eyelids. Soften the muscles around the crown of the head. Your toes to fall out to the side. Your fingers to be soft. Just tuning in with the vibration, with the rhythm of the breath. The vibration and the rhythm of the heartbeat. the